Yes. Chapter 58. It looks like the library had some additional copies of these Washington state laws. Yes. Senate Bill number 6287, the Department of Children, Youth, and Families technical changes. Yes. The superintendent of public instruction, I emailed all the executives in that office. Yes. In consultation with the Department of Early Learning. Nope, it's not that. It's children, youth, and families. Oh, now it's good that they changed it. Yes. Uh-huh. So that it's inclusive of families. Now, since I'm the father of five sons, yes, I was just reading this. The optimum way to administer the Washington Kindergarten Inventory of Developing Skills to Children in Half-Day Kindergarten, while ensuring, that they receive the maximum instruction as required in the RCW 28A, yes, .150.205. Oh. Now, they decided to have a working group. Oh, the working group shall include one representative from the Office of the Superintendent of Public Instruction. Yeah, I emailed numerous attorneys in that office. Now, they decided that instead of early learning, right, it's children, youth, and families. Oh, hmm then there's one representative from the non-governmental private-public partnership. Yes, they changed this law to this law. Five representatives, including both teachers and principals from school districts that participated in the pilot project, with every effort made to make sure that there's representation from across the state. Then two parents are familiar with and participate in Washington Kindergarten Inventory of Developing Skills pilot during the 2010-2011 school year. Now, I'm probably familiar with that, and maybe as a parent, I'd like to participate in the Office of Supervision of Public Instruction. Maybe as that dad, yes. Why don't I help myself right now? Why don't I just make myself the parent? Because I emailed 600 civil rights coordinators. Now, you decided to change early learning to children, youth, and families. Yes. Now, what's really nice is you have what's known as the double parentheses. Oh, double parentheses. Yes. Why don't you give me all those that have been changed? Yes. It might help in being able to see exactly how the changes have happened. Yes. Now, in RCW 74.09.470, yes, consistent with the goals established in that RCW 74.09.402 through the Apple Health for Kids program authorized in this section, yes. Now, since you made me a patient of the designated mental health professional, yes, and my sons can or cannot be with somebody right now. Why don't you give me the Apple Health? In fact, give me the welfare system of every child. Yes. That happens to be a child of those that are on the publicly provided Medicaid. Yes. Because my thought is the authority shall provide affordable health care coverage to children under the age of 19 who reside in Washington state and whose family income at the time of enrollment is not greater than 250% of the federal poverty level as adjusted for family size and determined annually by the Federal Department of Health and Human Services. Now, of course, my income is going to be less than that. It's going to be below that 250%. Pooch, because you're going to put me right now. Now, Office of Supervision of Public Instruction. I mentioned certain lawsuits as a father of five sons. Yes. Now, I wanted you to ask yourselves, yes, do you know of any forgery or fraud when issuing dissolutions of marriage or protection orders? Yes. Do you know any false arrests? Yes. Malicious prosecutions? Yes. And malicious harassment? Yes. Do you know where the Washington state law says that if you have a 1077, yes, without the purpose of really establishing your competency to stand trial. Yes. So as to take a parent, yes, and put them in the mental health profession, so as to obligate them to be in the medical health profession that I can sue right now. Give me every child on welfare. Now, the way that I see this is, yes, authority shall take such actions as be necessary to ensure the receipt, yes, of the federal financial participation under the Medical Assistance Program as codified in Title 19 of the Federal Social Security Act, the State Children's Health Insurance Program, yes, as codified in Title 21 of the Federal Social Security Act. Now, why don't you get me both of those federal laws known as codified, as in Title 19 and Title 21? Because as a father, when I go to suing each of these school districts right now, I'm I'm going to sue you for knowingly allowing for the fraud of violating Title 19 and Title 21 of the